Hey guys, Baron is back and I don't really know where I am right now. It looks like the last place, but feels a lot more intimidating. But I don't want to let that get in the way, so let's get on with the topic of worst little design elements for monsters. Monsters have had a lot of really cool little setups and gimmicks in order to make them stand out. The dragons, the unicorns, the blobs, but there's a bunch which I don't really care for, and I feel like that would be a pretty interesting topic for a video. And I guess it also does kind of feel like the unknown, like kind of uncomfortable vibes that this place is giving me, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on this topic, and without being said, let's get it started. So, starting off, we have the center horn, like the type the unicorns have. I like horns a lot on monster designs, as they can do a good job at making them look more imposing and can in general just make them look a lot cooler. But it feels like there's been like this unbalanced nature to like having a singular horn in the middle of the head. Like, it just feels like they work better as a duo or even as like three, because it just feels like it leaves like some space. It makes the like viewer like feel like there's some space which is being disregarded, and it just that like little missing element it just bothers me a little bit. It's at like the lowest point because I happen to still like how they look on some like monster animals, like the titular unicorn, and I'm sure I can think of some other ones. But the point is that in general, I just feel like two horns work better than one. So next we have, huh? Why am I floating? Help!
Mortal.
Actually, it's Baron.
Mortal.
Baron.
Mortal.
B-A-R.
I know who you are, damn it. I just don't want to converse with you on those terms.
What did I do to you? I think I remember setting someone like you off.
You are not supposed to be here. This domain is only meant to hold the beings of matter.
I did not mean to come here. I just... Wait. Beings of matter?
It may seem like solids, liquids, gases, and plasma operate on their own terms with no dependency, but that is far from the truth. The beings of matter are in charge of managing the way different states synergize with others through a spiritual connection. I am Stonador, the being of solid.
So if someone walked up a staircase...
Without my touch, they would just fall through the steps.
Wow. This feels like stuff you shouldn't have told me.
Oh God, what have I done?
I think I'm gonna continue my video.
No. You have to leave right now.
Do you know how to get me out? As my second choice, I have centaurs. So a common thing in monster design is having two different animals combine in order to create a really weird new creature. And it's led to a bunch of really cool new designs. Not saying the centaur isn't cool, it definitely stands out on its own, and I can see why it's so iconic, but there's something kind of uncanny about it that I've developed or something. So I think it's because when you often see like it's a very long, it's pretty much a very long creature, like with 6 arms, 6 like little like appendages attached to it, and it's just the normality of having it be of two like animals essentially like play standard basic animals being together instead of like the larger, like slimier, creepier, bigger, longer monsters that really sell like the longness much more. This little combination of like the normality and the like long bodiness to it adds. It just makes it feel like a little uncanny to me, and I just can't really vibe with it.
You know what? Since you're in my subdomain, I shall give my perspective on this topic.
This is meant to be personal.
As someone without legs, I must say having so many is rather tacky when paired with bipedal arms. Though honestly, I do not see value in legs in general. Why sit on two awkward poles when you could rumble across the ground as a stone tower? The point is, it makes people look too complicated. And I hate complicated.
Well, thanks, I guess. It does do a good job at rounding everything out. Guess I'm floating again? Bye.
Finally, I can get back to my peaceful sleep.
Hello. I have no idea who or what you are, in case you're asking.
I wasn't asking because you know exactly who and what I am supposed to be.
How? We just met.
How the hell else? I heard you speaking to Starnador. The space between our subdomains are warped in a way that will allow for eavesdropping whenever necessary.
Gosh, I'm still having trouble taking all this in.
Don't worry, dear. I am Stomilia, the being of liquid. I assure you, I am used to being treated in a godly manner.
Well, yeah, because water is super important.
Super important? Huh. You underestimate how much the average person would be willing to do for a single drop of hydration. Also, and of all the liquids, water is my second favorite, with my number one being sweet violet wine.
Cool. I hope you don't mind if I continue my little discussion.
Not at all. Continue your little show.
So next up is the giant head on the small body. Another popular thing that is done in monster design is making one piece of the body larger than the others, and it creates some pretty disturbing and pretty interesting designs in that matter. And one of them is the large head. I get the idea behind it. It's supposed to be like both really weird and like weird, creepy, a little silly looking, but something that in design I just thought giant heads always looked a little off, maybe even tacky, I guess. It's I don't really find it super appealing. Don't get me wrong, the face is an important part of the design. It's important for emotions and stuff, but just having it be this large just gives you this obnoxious vibe. It's like I'm looking at that one hand from the Emoji Movie.
Actually, Baron, if I was watching your video all comfy and snug at this point, I would be a smidge bored. I could perhaps add some more notes for the subject. Maybe my beautiful feminine form could be a strong thumbnail.
I'll just take the notes. I can draw my own thumbnail.
So be it. As liquids tend to warp proportions of whoever's enveloped by them, I very often see people with their heads squashed and squished. Honestly, there's something kind of adorable about it. Not in a me way, more of a how do you manage to not fall over kind of way. It's pathetic, but entertaining, I mean.
Well, thanks. Much appreciated. Goodbye now.
Bye-bye now. Well. So you're the big talk around here.
Yep, looks like it.
The name is Carbuncular. I am the being of gas. How in the world did you get here?
Well, a while ago, I found a big shiny button in the field, and
Was I involved in any way? My state of matter?
No.
Then I'm not really interested. I'll leave that job for someone else. In the meantime, you can continue your little speech. I'll just observe you on the side.
So now we have the weapons that protrude from the body. I can definitely see like what the purpose of this design choice is. It really makes a monster look like they've really gone through a bunch of battles. They have experience, and that makes them a lot more intimidating and stuff. But I just thought it looks kind of extra, I guess. I just happen to find that I think scars and even an occasional cut would do the job a little better. I just feel like adding and like the little weapons and stuff inside the skin just feels a little too over the top or something. I never could really connect to it.
Really? That's one of your points? Allow me to scooch in with you. So, as you would expect, being the gas man, I am not used to having swords and junk stabbing my ass. But it can't be that hard to remove them. It sounds like a similar ordeal to removing a knife from an apple. Some people just need to shape up.
Thanks. I much appreciate your input. And I must be off now.
See you later, little fox.
My, oh my, I know exactly what to do with you.
Why do you sound so ominous?
I'm drooling at the thought, and oddly specific energy is pumping through my system.
Please don't hurt me.
Hurt you? Don't make me laugh. I really wanted to tell you how you got here.
Huh?
Are you confused? Humans tend to feel huge amounts of validation at the acts of sharing. Why can't I do the same?
I'm sorry. You're right.
Well, anywho, I've been observing this one scientist for a bit. He is obsessed with the origins of matter. He thinks about it almost 24 hours a day. So after tons of lab time, he created a way to enter the realm in the form of a big cartoonish button. He placed it in a safe, open place. And when he went to get his notebook, you found it.
And now I'm here.
And now you're here.
Wow. It feels like you know everything.
That's because I do. I am Gon Elfley, the being of Plasma. Plasma is in everything and everyone, which makes me know everything and everyone.
That's crazy.
You never know what kind of adventurous, miserable, or degenerate things people think of. Unfortunately, though, no mortal has stepped down here before, so I cannot rationalize a plan to get you out. Sorry.
Well, that's a shame.
Sigh. Getting fuel isn't going to make things better. It sounds like you're almost done with your little debate. How about focusing on that for now?
So now we're on to my number one biggest, least favorite thing that Monster Designs have. And that would be the multiple heads. I get the idea 2 heads are better than 1, so having so many on such a large beast could be really intimidating and stuff, but for me it just adds in too much to look at, too much to follow, especially when it comes to actually making an identifiable character. Having that many heads in order to control all these. I just like when a character has a specific mentality, specific personality to follow, and giving them so many brains just makes it a lot more tiresome. It drains me and stuff. I just never really found it that appealing. And yeah, it's probably my least favorite of the different monster design elements that you can add. You seem really engaged, friend.
Well, I do have thoughts of my own, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Relying on multiple heads just feels like a crutch. I get that a typical monster is not supposed to be a genius, but they should at least recognize that enough is enough. Quality over quantity is very important, as is how I can keep myself so composed. These monsters are just getting in their own ways.
Where am I going now?
Back to the zone you started. I'm figuring that you need some time to process all of this.
Okay, thanks for the knowledge.
Oh yes, happy to give it.
Seems like I'll be here for a while. These new faces should make the place feel a bit more interesting. I don't know what is in store, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe and follow my other social medias if interested. With that being said, you'll be catching this artist later. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one near. Wanna feel alive.